Hi, I'm Pamela Henry, and this is my representation of a temple in Kyoto, Japan. It's the Phoenix Hall and Ajiike reflecting pond, and it's just a place that I went to in Japan last year and thought it was very beautiful, and I loved the way the reflecting pond just made this perfect picture of the temple. And it just was a really nice experience for me, and so I wanted to try to bring it here and recreate it for other people.
When you started building this with Lego, did you look at photos you had taken there yourself, or kind of just other images, kind of aerial images or things like that at all?
I did take a lot of photos, but it's funny, I felt like I didn't take one that was like a perfect representation right from the, like I went online to find some better photos than the ones I had taken, but I did constantly reference my photos, and I had a ton of them, and especially trying to get in and figure out, like down in a little corner here or back over here, and try to figure out, well, what did they do back there and how did that work? And I'm sure it's been reinforced, but this is actually a 1,000-year-old temple, Buddhist temple in Japan, and it was a very big endeavor for me. It was very exciting. I was super happy to get it done and and get it here in one piece.
When you started building, did you do the building and then the reflection?
I actually did the reflection first because I had recently done some mosaic work. So when I looked at like piecing out the parts of it, to me the mosaic was like, oh, I know how to do a mosaic. I'm going to do that first. But I had never done mosaics in tiles. So if you make a mistake, you can't just pop it off. You have to start over at the edge and peel to where you made the mistake. And that's not a lot of fun. So buyer beware if you want to do a tile mosaic.
You got to be very careful as you're laying each piece.
Yes. Yeah, and then the other thing is I kind of kept like measuring it to make sure it was all in line, but then I took this piece and put it in the other room so I could work on the actual temple, and then finally just finished it like last week and was ready to put them together, and it wasn't like I did have to pull some off and kind of move some stuff around, but overall I think it lined up pretty good.
Did you experiment with the colors of the tiles to kind of get the correct color of the building reflecting in the water?
Yeah, so when you go off of photographs, and like if you pixelate a photograph, obviously it really changes. So if you just try to concentrate on one area and just do one color, there's no depth there. So you have to add in some different colors here and there, like like a blue shadow here or a more green shadow over there. Otherwise, again, there's no depth, and you can't really see the different differentials between what you're looking at.
It just becomes very uniform, sort of.
Yeah. And it's funny because it is a very still pond when you're there, and so I tried to kind of add in the green on the edge, like lots of algae, and it is not moving water, I can tell you that.
And then the building itself is fantastic, so particularly kind of the roof areas of both layers here. So talk about how you achieved that.
Well, it just was a matter of trial and error, to be honest with you. Like I said, I had a lot of photo reference, and to me the most important roof was the really big one at the top. And so that's where I spent all my money. Like this little piece right here, the little half bow, which is pretty much a brand new Lego element, it's not that easy to get your hands on those, So I got as many as I could. That's actually 600, believe it or not. Just here, here, and here. That's 600
Wow.
of those. There was no way I could put them on the entire structure. So I figured that was the most important roof. I wanted it to be the most, representative of how it really worked. And then I just worked with the other ones, thinking, well, how can I just kind of make the same look without really having the same level of pieces? Plus, the other thing that happens with this is that it's really heavy. Really, like once you put all those on there. So it wasn't something that was necessarily going to work down here, because the main support here are just these 1x5, bricks. And so it's not like, you have to be careful. Like if you move it a little bit, you can kind of feel that it has some give. And so these roofs along here all had to be pretty lightweight. And I just played with them. I mean, like I can take it off and show you, like,
a lot of sort of hinges there to get all the...
Oh my gosh. I ordered so many hinges. I think I cleared Bricklink out of hinges actually one weekend or something. But Yeah, I mean, it's the best way to get. I mean, the other thing you can do with the hinges is you can play with them to get that curving. You just sit there and keep playing with them, and so yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Kind of intricate slope that a lot of those types of roofs have.
Yeah, which is can be very hard to recreate in plastic Lego brick because they're very square, they're very hard, they're very straight, and so when you're talking about recreating those waves and curves, I just found that the hinges were the best way to do that, and especially like a single hinge, like you can get even more curve when it's just a 1 by whatever, and so yeah, it's just I cleared out our plate collection. I was thinking you can look like there's a blue piece right here. Shh, don't tell anybody.
We wouldn't have even noticed.
I was like, I always think we have so many plates, and I would go to the drawers and I'd be like, oh no, I've used all that plate. I gotta find something else.
You've also got some great details in is it like stones that's kind of on the ground around here?
Yeah, there were stones all around the pond there, and I wasn't totally sure how to recreate it, and I just played with it. And they really were very colorful, so I don't know. There's a level where it kind of looks weird, but if you look at a photograph, they were very colorful stones, so I thought, well, that's how it is. I'm going to go with it, right?
Right, so those different colors of 1 by 1 pieces really make it stand out.
Yeah, just to show the different types of stones, and yeah, and I took a lot of artistic license in a lot of ways, just because when you're talking about it's a very detailed building. I mean, even like down in here, which I just couldn't possibly recreate really what they had done, so I just had to decide, well, I just ended up using that like the 1 by kind of round brick just to show that it's changing shape, as opposed to, whereas down under in here I tried to do as much of the like kind of scroll work and stuff.
Some of the gold pieces?
Yeah, that were actually there. Yeah, so it just was a matter of like, what pieces can I get? What can I recreate the best? What am I going to have to just fudge with it a little bit? And it's always that game.
Well, in the end, I think it turned out really fantastic. And doing the reflection like this, I think, is really unique, and you don't see many builds like that. So I'm glad you really challenged yourself, went big with it, and really did a lot to figure out how it could come together. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It was a big challenge.